So I just freshly beat Pokemon Scarlet. I kind of wanted to get some thoughts out there. I know because nobody asked. Whole campaign, I mean, roughly between 20-25 hours, go from start to finish. And normally I'm not the kind of gamer that buys a game brand new right when it comes out and, goes through like the first day woes and all that. I did that with Elden Ring this year, and the other big game I bought was Pokemon. So, I mean, I don't really buy games pretty often. But, so just completed this one. And the technical issues, while not just completely game breaking, at least not what I experienced, some of them are pretty alarming coming from a company like Nintendo that should have some degree of polish. I mean, they're a first party company. There's really no excuse to release, for lack of a better word, a piss poor product when it took, I mean, you had a pretty long development cycle for it. But as far as the gameplay itself, getting into it, there's over 400 Pokemon to catch and evolve and battle in this game. I probably got to around the 150 mark on my own Pokedex whenever I completed the game. And there's still stuff to do after you beat it, and I'm not going to give away any story spoilers. I feel like the story itself was pretty solid. You had a really good, well thought out story written around a janky, I'm just going to come around and say it, mess of a game. You had an open world design, but none of the enemies scaled with your level. So, how are you going to make an open world game and then there's still a clear order in which to do things, but the game doesn't really tell you. I mean, you could work your way from the south up, whenever you start the game, and, the game gets progressively harder the further north you go. But nothing really tells you that. You just kind of have to figure this out on your own. Which, again, for someone like me who played OG NES games like Super Mario Brothers and original Legend of Zelda, figuring a game out is not very hard for me. And, I'm a Dark Souls player too, and those games are frustratingly just, they don't really tell you what to do in any of them. But I would say the story of the game, a solid 9. 9 out of 10 on the story. Pretty good. But as far as the jank and the execution, the graphical glitches, I'm going to give this game a 6.5 out of 10. There's really no excuse in 2022 to release a game this half-assed. It reminds me a lot. This game is only slightly better than Fallout 76 when it launched. I'm just going to come right out and say it. So that's what I think. An opinion that nobody asked for.